Hey, what's up, Honey Nut Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Today's boo-boo card of the day is going to be none other than Quaxley, the SAR from Triplet Beat. Honestly, Quaxley is by far the best starter that's ever came out of Scarlet and Violet. I mean, all the other ones are fine too. Fuecoco is a little derpy. He's got a little bit of the stuffs going on, but I mean, Quaxley, he's just the perfect starter. Perfect. You cannot top that perfection that it is. And Quaquaval, it's just a nice SAR. I like it a good little bit. Super cheap, too, for what it is going for. All the starters get that treatment when they're not the big three. So, to be expected. It's happened, ladies and gents. It has happened. It is officially upon us. Magic the Gathering fans rejoice. And fake fans be gone. Stop opening your fucking collector boxes now. Because the one-of-one ring, the one that's $2 million, the thing that everyone was looking for, the thing that everybody was opening these collector boxes for, getting duped, buying as much stuff as they could, fucking putting up like these streams going on for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, that's been pulled. And guess what? It's been graded. Guess who actually got the grade? Was it CGC? Oh, I bet it was CGC with all the good stuff they got going on. Fuck no, it wasn't CGC. Of course it wasn't. Was it BGS? BGS did put out that lovely fucking bounty for it, saying like, oh, dude, whoever pulls this and you want to grade with the BGS, come down. We'll give you a couple tickets. You can come hang out at the BGS Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. We'll show you how we make the chocolates down there and like all that stuff. Like they put that whole thing up. No, dude, it's PSA. PSA won the fucking dub on that stuff right there, and it's amazing that with all that incentive, PSA was still the standard that people pick. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, people can love or hate PSA all they want, and I don't think they're perfect by any stretch of the imagination. They're the fucking standard for a reason, and they just laid their dick on the table today. It was like, yeah, people pick us. What are you going to do about it? So, PSA card, they posted today. The one ring is found, authenticated, and now rules them all. So, it's graded, it was authenticated, it is real, and PSA is putting it up on their thing, right? So this got a mint 9. I saw a lot of people online going like, what, they only gave it a 9? And look, on one hand, I kind of agree with some of y'all because PSA for once decided to do their job correctly and show that they know how to grade a card. Magic the Gathering quality of cards, I don't know if anyone's ever actually opened. I've opened a handful. I'm not the biggest fan. I did have a friend who was like super into Magic the Gathering. The quality that they print for that is not always the best. It really is not. And it just shows me like how many motherfuckers hopped into this shit, never touched Magic, never tried, has no idea what grading Magic the Gathering even looks like, and they want to put like their opinion out there like it matters or something. Like, it's like, bro, what do you care? You don't even collect Magic. You just wanted this card so you could sell it. Like, why are you out here bitching about some stuff? Which, once again, you can have your opinion. This is what it's what it is. Just like, it's very clear. Many of you have never seen someone actually open Magic the Gathering cards. It showed full force today. How many of you fuckfaces were faking it? Anyway, so there was a ton of comments and all that stuff. Found it got a 9. I think PSA did their job correctly. I think they actually graded this card fairly for what it should have been, which is kind of, for grading companies. I mean, you don't always get that. They chose to do it because it was probably being very heavily looked at. They didn't make people happy. They made some people very happy. But here's one thing for sure. Whoever pulled this card, especially, let's read what Beckett was willing to offer for someone who pulled that stuff. So, they put out this nice little fucking Skyrim goddamn scroll you'd find in one of the caves. The one treasure to rule them all, a custom one-of-one Beckett label inspired by the Lord of the Rings. One-of-one Lord of the Rings inspired artwork by Magic the Gathering artist Titus Lunther to be used on a custom Zion case, playmat, and fine arts print. 2 complimentary airline tickets to Beckett HQ to submit the one-of-one ring for grading in person. A Beckett gift card to use towards future Beckett grading services. And 4, count them, 4 Magic the Gathering product releases. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's funny. It's hard to read that because, dude, whoever pulled this card is a fucking Chad. They went to PSA. They were like, nah, I don't care about any of that. They didn't brag about it. They didn't say a damn thing about it. They were like Charlie when he pulled the gold ticket. It's like, run, don't tell anybody. Take this shit back to the house. They did. They submitted. It got graded. PSA upcharged them $10,000 in order to get that stuff actually graded. The person paid it. It got graded, and it came back a 9. It went to them. That motherfucker is a Chad. Like, whoever you are, you didn't listen to what anybody had to say. You didn't have like any kind of you did what you wanted to do. And at the end of the day, that is the best thing that could have happened from this whole thing. I really do hope the sweatiest, nerdiest, greasiest person in Magic the Gathering got this card. I really do. The biggest Magic the Gathering fan should have gotten this card. I'm not going to say that's how it always works. That's who should have got it, but hey, whatever. But anyway, whoever that person is there, Chad, because people are like, oh, they gave it a 9. I would have went with Beckett because they got this super cool, like, case for that stuff. Oh, it's so good. Dude, Beckett couldn't even buy it. Beckett couldn't even buy that shit. And that person now has Beckett by the nuts. Like, whoever that is, he, she, however they identify, your dick is huge. And you have every grading company by the nuts. CGC was not even considered for this. Not even close. Like, with all the stuff you put out, CGC, all the dick kicking you've done for your fans, I hope this solidifies home that you were never a choice. You were never somebody they were going to send this stuff to. And to me, that's hilarious, especially with all this, like, oh, we're remodeling. All those content creators you had talking about all your stuff, they're going to use PSA. Every time. Like 9 times out of 10, they're going to use PSA. That other 1 out of 10 times, it's going to be Beckett. It's not going to be you, unless it's for a very specific reason. And it's just, this just shows the PSA is the standard for a reason. The person who got this couldn't even be bought to actually send this stuff in. And you are a Chad, whoever you are. Like, I don't care what anyone on the internet says about you. I don't care what any of those guys say, that you're an idiot, you're dumb, you're not. You did what you wanted to do. And at the end of the day, that's the hobby. That's what that stuff looks like. And thank you for doing what you wanted to do, not being bought. You took your 9 with pride, and people are like, oh, it's a 9 now. Now it's worth basic. Dude, it's a 1 of 1 Magic the Gathering serialized card. There is no fucking way someone's not going to accept a fucking PSA 9 of that card and pay for it. You're delusional if you think no one's going to do it. That's all I got. Enough fucking dick riding for 1 second. Just it's crazy. It's funny to me. We did a serialized card video yesterday, and then all of a sudden it gets pulled. It gets announced by like PSA, and it's man, that's great. That's so great. Fucking suck it, Beckett. Suck it, CGC. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. You, my friend, whoever has that card, you were a Chad in my book. You were a goddamn alpha. I appreciate it, virgins. See you later. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments below. Of course, how you would have done it, what you would have did, all those good things. It's perfectly valid. You didn't pull the card. They pulled the card. Keep that in mind. Have a good one. See you.